if you had $100 budget, spending $10 on 10 different platforms, probably not the best move. You're spending your money too thin. So I would say put $100 on the best advertising platform, which is Meta right now. Or if you're a local business, put $100. Put $100 into Meta. If you're a local business, put $100 into Google, something like that, and actually give.
Hello.
We
Jason
went
has
through,
no words.
we went through this last week. This is the Ask Megan show, so I figure you could do the introduction. I'm just gonna steer. I'm just here for the ride. It's the Ask Megan show. So, hi everyone. I'm Jason, and I'm here's Megan.
That was long forgotten over the weekend. I don't know if I can answer these questions, Jason.
Yeah, I think you could do it. Anyways,
maybe a few of them.
all right, fine. Hey everyone, welcome to the Ask Jason show. I'm joined with my amazing co-host Megan. We're here to answer all your questions around business, life, marketing. I don't know what else you want to pull and ask for advice on, or ask Megan. This could be a joint Ask Megan, Ask Jason show. Ask Megan whatever you want. Some questions actually are more suited for Megan to respond to than I am, because she's more has fingertip feel on what's going on with a lot of different things. So I often divert to her. So as much as I joke that this could be the Ask Megan show, it very well could be. But we are here. If you have any questions, all you have to do is put them in the comments below. We'll go through them. Megan does a great job curating the questions and looking through and pulling out all the questions. But welcome. If you're watching this on the replay, let us know you're watching on the replay. Let us know you're watching it. Let us know we're doing a good job. If none of this is providing any value for you, let us know that too. We're happy to hear that too. I could be replaced. Megan will provide value. I could be replaced, but just let us know, and we'll take care of you. Megan, how was your weekend?
It's good. It was uneventful, but that's fine. Sometimes those are good. How about yours? Oh, we've changed the water bottle.
So I left my water bottle in the office and over the weekend by mistake, and I meant to come get it. Ryan and I went on an adventure yesterday. We have to go print some stuff, like including the manuscript I just got back for my new book that comes out in March. Going through that, reading all the comments from the editor, so I had to go print all that out and go take a look at it. So Ryan came with me, and we were supposed to stop by the office, and he was gonna watch a movie here or something like that, and I was gonna read through it, but nope. We wanted to go see Chloe do hip hop, so we went to go see my 3-year-old daughter do hip hop instead, and then went for lunch and came home. So not really a crazy packed day, but fun day to spend with the kids.
It sounds like it. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty. I don't think anyone cares about my family. I care about my family, so I really don't care if you care about it or not, so I'll keep talking about them. But I think we should get to the value part of this, and it is the show. So I am ready when you are, Megan.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, March 25th to 26th, Orlando, Florida, Amplify Live. Should all be there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. I will send you the link. I will send you a crazy, like steal of a discount to come, and we will change your life and business. I promise you that. So, and if we don't, before the event's over, if you don't feel like anything has changed or there's zero value, just let me know. And guess what? I'll just give you back the little money that we are taking to put on this event for you. So, March 25th, 26th, Orlando, Florida. Sorry, Megan.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go.
This first question is from Carrie. Are there any other options other than Shopify out there? If Shopify is the best option, why?
Are there any? Yeah, I mean, any website could theoretically link and become an e-commerce site. It could be powered by a bunch of different things. You could run landing pages. You don't even need a full website. Look, Shopify why is it the best? I mean, the numbers are there, the apps, the ease, the plug and play, the use of it. There's a reason why people may end up building their site on WordPress, but their shop is powered by Shopify. and they'll do things that way. It's just, I mean, probably the best e-commerce platform out there. And I mean, all the whys, if you're asking that why, I mean, like, you're not really serious about your e-com store. Because if you're going to build your e-com store on Wix and be serious about growing a giant e-commerce store and building it as a business, I understand if it's a hobby, you just want to get started and you want to do it on the cheap, that's fine. But I mean, if you're serious about it, there's a reason why. Go look at any big store, unless they're customized, like, and they build their own website and they're customized, which I think is the only alternative to Shopify if you're an e-commerce. Like, I mean, like, legit competition is building your own custom store, which costs a lot of money, and you need a website developer because things break and it's not as easy. And the apps, there's no like app store like Shopify where you could just plug in apps. That's probably the only competition. But if you're just starting off, yeah, go with whatever fits your budget, with whatever you're looking for. I mean, we're Shopify partners. But I'm not here to make a commission off of it. In fact, I don't even know our affiliate link for it, to be honest with you. So if you're just starting off and you're like, hey, I just want to do things cheap and I want to prove it out and I don't want to go to Shopify and I want to make things a little bit harder on myself, but save the money, then yeah, any of these platforms work.
Okay. And Shopify is pretty user friendly, isn't it? Isn't that why it's also popular?
Yeah. And you could grow into it, right? Like, you could switch out themes. You could grow into Shopify Plus. Like, I mean, but I think if you're asking this question, I may be wrong, and I'd love to hear you clarify on it. But it probably looks like you're looking for like a cheaper alternative and not a more expensive alternative. In which case, if you're just starting off, I still feel like Shopify like has plans that are suitable for you, and should do it. If it's because, like, hey, you just want to go crazy and money's no object, then yeah, I'd have a custom build.
Okay. I have a newer e-commerce clothing store. Obviously, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is the biggest sale of the year that usually brings in the most profit. But what is the next biggest sale we need to prep for? And this is from Ben.
I mean, that's entirely up to you. I actually like when people make it fun. And so, like, if you're selling cookies, like on National Cookie Day, have a sale, because it's less competitive. You're not competing with everyone else trying to have a sale at that time. Black Friday, there's a reason why it's the most expensive time to advertise. It's because everyone else is advertising at that time period too. Labor Day sales do well. 4th of July sales. Obviously, it depends on where you live. 4th of July, if you live in Canada or Europe, doesn't really mean anything. But if you're in the US, 4th of July is pretty big. Labor Day is pretty big. Memorial Day is pretty big. Yeah, all like the big sales where you see like on TV, like we're having these big sales, those tend to translate into online as well. But I actually like it if you could be unique and different and create your own day around your product, like like National, Swimsuit Day. I don't know. Go look at all like the fun national holidays.
Yeah.
Like the fun ones, not like the what are they called? The standard what are the holidays where everyone doesn't have to work? What are those called again?
Oh, federal holidays or
yeah,
banking holidays, something.
Banking holidays, whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we need a third co-host because you and I can't think of words. But yeah. But it's fun if you could just create your own in it. I think that's kind of interesting.
That's a good point. Okay. Other than the usual Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok, are there any other spaces you recommend that we utilize for advertising? We're an online business, and that is from Sasha.
You are an online business. What is your online business? Because you pretty much named the powerhouses. So, I mean, if you sell to predominantly women, Pinterest would be a good one. The demographic on Pinterest is pretty strong. Pinterest could be a good one to get into if you sell into that 18 to like 20 something demo. Snapchat is or Snap is a cool alternative to get into, where we've seen a lot of success on there, and it's not that expensive to advertise because not many people dismiss it, but they shouldn't. Again, it really just depends on your business. You have, banner ads, you have banner retargeting. There's so many different advertising. You have like Hulu, you have TV, you have, there's a million different, maybe not a million, but there's a lot of different ways for you to advertise. So again, more context needed into what type of online business you have, and I could point you in the right direction.
Okay.
But you pretty much named the giants. And and what was the first part of the question? What did they say?
Just other than the usual, like the giants, Facebook,
most people
Instagram,
don't squeeze. So the problem is when you have a limited budget, you end up spreading it too thin, and everyone thinks I'm going to diversify. But spending, if you had $100 budget, spending $10 on 10 different platforms, probably not the best move. You're spending your money too thin. So I would say put $100 on the best advertising platform, which is Meta right now. Or if you're a local business, put $100 into Meta. If you're a local business, put $100 into Google, something like that, and actually give a platform a fair test and actually let it work for you. Most people don't even come close to squeezing the juice out of, the things that are working for them. Like we have clients who are like, hey, I think it's time to diversify. Meta's doing great, but I think we capped. Like, you capped? No way. You haven't come close to capping. Like, oh, yeah, we're gonna pull some money off of there and put it into another platform. I'm like, but you're having tremendous success with it. Like, let's squeeze the juice out. But I get it. No one ever wants to be, and you shouldn't be, reliant on one thing, which is why it's not. Here's where people make the mistake. When I say don't be reliant on one thing, they're like, okay, cool. We're going to slash our budget and we're going to go on 9 different platforms. What I mean by that is don't be reliant on anything. Like TikTok is not a separate source than Facebook. It's still paid media. It's still one avenue of your advertising. They may be different channels, but it's one source. And that's paid advertising. So when I mean don't be relying on one thing, it means don't just be relying on paid media, which means you spreading your money across 5 different platforms doesn't change the fact that you're advertising on one thing, which is paid media. You're building your business on just one source, and that's paid media. So when I say things like that, it means if you're going to do all those things, make sure you now have email marketing in place where now you could own the list, so that if Facebook stops working, Meta stops working, or you now want to move to TikTok and it fails, you still have your list of customers that you could potentially go and build off of and find other ways to advertise to them. So that's what I mean by don't be relying on it. But most people don't even come close to squeezing the juice out of what is already working for them in the first place.
Okay. Okay, this one is from Philip. If I hire a business coach or mentor, how long should I expect to be working with them?
As long as they're helping you. I mean, Michael Jordan had Tim Grover his whole life. NBA players have coaches their whole career. And then even after, they have someone in the gym that if they want to stay in shape after or do all that, they still have a coach. Lady Gaga has a vocal coach. And they keep them. And Lady Gaga, do you think she needs a coach? Like, she's probably one of the best singers in the world, probably one of the best voices on the planet. She has a coach. So if you're asking that question, you're looking at it as a transactional experience of, hey, if I'm going to hire a coach, how long do I need before they get me to where I want to be? And I'm done. And life is great. It's not the way life works. You fix one area, 7 other areas break. Like we know this, right? We try to fix one thing and we go all in on fixing that. And we do that. And not because we're doing anything bad, but when we fix that one area, other areas break and we need to fix those things. And then when that breaks, another area breaks. So having a coach is to make sure that you always fix those things. Now, you could outlive a coach in the sense of like not outlive, like they die and you're still living, but it could be, hey, this coach no longer serves what I need. I now need this, or I need a new way of doing this. But I've pretty much, aside from having like bad coaches where I just ended it like after like 2 months, the coaches I've had for years. And then the only time I search for a new coach is to fix a different area. So for example, I need a change in my belief structure or my belief architecture, or how I believe or how I think about things. Then I'll go to someone different. But if I have a business coach that's just designed to get my business optimized in the right direction, I don't get rid of them. I actually bring on 2 coaches. I'll have a mind coach and a business coach. You can get someone who does both, and that's fine too. But a good coach just helps you think differently. So right now, I have 2 coaches. I'm also very careful of who I let into my brain. I'm very protective of that. So what I consume, and who I listen to. With an option of probably this year, I may bring on a 3rd coach. I'm speaking to someone right now, and that may be a very real possibility, but it wouldn't make sense right now, anyways. But it would be. I just think coaches are cheat codes. So, how long am I going to work with someone for? As long as I keep growing. There's no destination. I can't look at a coach and be like, cool, we hit $15 million. Thank you. We hit the destination. Goodbye. Because now guess what? The goalpost moved. I hit before I even get to $15 million, let's say $15 million was my goal. I want to do $15 million next month. Right? Before I could even get there, if I know I'm hitting those goals, the goalpost will move. So I'll hit the 50 million. We'll celebrate a milestone hit, but guess what? We're on 20 million or on 17 million. Because I got to move the goalpost. Because if I just consistently hit my goals, I'm not thinking big enough. Yeah. So we have to keep moving them, and we have to move them before we actually hit the goals. Otherwise, you get lazy and you don't work through those goals anymore. So how long do you keep a coach for? I mean, I don't think I'll ever be caught without a coach ever again in my lifetime. So however many years I have left, that's probably what I'll have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense, Megan? Like, was that like articulated well?
No, yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean, yeah, like they can grow with you, or like you said, sometimes like you can outgrow them, but you can always continue working on yourself.
Yeah, don't stick with the coach because I said stick with them for life, and you're like, man, this guy doesn't help me, or this girl doesn't help me at all.
Yeah.
And this lady sucks and she's not getting me any results, or obviously then go find another coach. That doesn't mean never find a coach again because you ate at a bad restaurant, you got food poisoning, you don't never eat at a restaurant again. That doesn't make sense. You go find the right one that fits you. And sometimes, like the story goes, sometimes you got to kiss a couple of frogs before you land, the prince or whatever how that story that fairy tale goes. But I mean, once you find one, it's great. It's a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Like sorry, I'm just going to expand. Megan just spent the last 2 days before that. My coach put on an event, and she like for the first time got to like see the inside of what I go through. What did you think about that?
Oh, it was awesome. Just tons of helpful information for us. So yeah,
it's amazing. So like
really valuable.
Megan's in charge of like seeing how like things get spent inside the business, and no doubt when she sees how much we spend on investing into the business and getting better, probably sits there and says, whew, maybe we could trim that down a bit. But I think after seeing this event, you kind of got like the behind the ropes of what we actually go through, and be like, oh man, there's tons of value that we could extract still. And I think now you have a better understanding where you could jump in, even as me or as you, to jump in to and have access to those coaches to kind of pull that information from as well whenever you want. Because I think now you finally saw how it's delivered and what was delivered. I think it was good for you to be there too, to not be like, what's Jason spending money on again? Well, what What's this credit card bill? What are we? What's this? What's this coach? What are we doing? And I think you got to see it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of value jam packed into 2 days. So yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. I'm more happy that you got to experience it than me going through it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Okay. So business wise, what tool or software have you bought that turned out to be just a big waste of money?
Not coaching.
So, obviously, yeah.
What tool or software have I bought? Oh, so many.
Yeah.
You see this, because you see the charges come in. Mm-hmm. So you see, like, I'll just, because I'm just like, I'll buy it. If I don't like it, I'll ask for a refund. Or if I buy it and I really like it, I'll commit to it yearly. Mm-hmm. Or if it's like a crazy sale, I'll just buy it and test it out. And if it doesn't work, we'll get rid of it. But I mean, we have a list of every software that we use. And if you look, I actually spent, while you were at the event or like watching the event, going through all that, I actually went through all of it. And I'm like, all right, let's color code this. Green, we need. And I started like looking at things. Orange, let's have a conversation about, can we get rid of this? Red, let's cancel this, like, or let's maybe cancel this. I think this is a strong lean towards canceling. And then we'll go through it. And I think it's good for everyone to do that. People don't realize how much money they spend on software. I think we're at like $5,000 a month or something like that on software, Megan. I don't even know. Something close to that range, like the $3,000 to $5,000 mark.
Yeah.
And that's per month. Some of it we need, some of it's important, some of it's not. I just never liked the idea of cutting expenses as a way to like get more revenue. You can't save your way to wealth. If we have to cut expenses because it's like, hey, look, we're losing money. Let's go through software and see what to cut. It's the Band-Aid solution. I think it's necessary. I think it's important to do. I think you could be very reckless with spending on software because those things add up a lot and very quick to buy. I just think when you look at it, the real question becomes, how do we make more money so that we're not worried about what software to cut? And that's the real thing. So when we're ever in a situation where it's like, okay, what can we cut in order to have more money? And we're not just trying to fix profitability, let's say, and it's like, hey, revenue is tight, we got to cut some stuff. You just named the first part of the problem. Revenue is tight. Revenue is tight. Go create more money. So trim whatever you need to do, but you doing that and hoping that everything's just going to fix itself after that is ridiculous. You're just like, you can't save your way into wealth.
That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of tools and software turned out to be a waste of money.
You're looking through our list?
No, I'm just after what you just said. You didn't.
So you're like, you don't like my rant. You don't like my rant. You want me to be more specific. I understand.
No, I thought maybe you would name one tool or software, but it sounds like there's just a lot of them. So
I mean, I don't think I buy things just because they're cool. Like, I think I buy them because I think they'll help the business. So I don't look at it as like giant waste. If it doesn't work, then it's a giant waste. But like the idea behind it wasn't a waste. I won't just buy things because I'm like, hey, that's a cool software, let's do it. It either has to replace something we currently do or make it easier for something to do a job. And those are things that I look at. Does this solve an immediate need that we need fixing right now, or a future problem that I know is going to come around and this could help us grow into it? Or does it do what like 3 other softwares do and we could kind of combine them, but with the same accuracy as the 3 softwares individually? Because a lot of people buy one tool, like, oh, it does all this, this, and this, but not well.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'd rather the 3 softwares that do it really well than buy one tool that does like 5 things, but like half-ass.
Yeah.
So does this like remove certain softwares? or 3, does it eliminate like a job? Meaning like, if I hire this, can Megan or someone else on the team not have to focus on doing something like this anymore, and they could focus on another part of the business, grow the business, because this tool solves what they've been doing. Those are the things I look at, and they either work or don't work. Like, even going through the list, I was like, all right, let's say we wanted to cut things. What would I cut? And I'm like, if business went down to 0, I mean, I'd have no problem cutting 99% of this, but business isn't down to 0. And so I look at it and I'm like, I don't feel the need to cut these things. I mean, you and I will have a talk about certain software, but because you use a lot of these more than I do, but I don't think I can name one that I bought and I'm like, this was a giant waste. This really sucks, except for like little things like I signed up on Black Friday, Cyber Monday for like these things. I'm like, I don't even know the login. Like, we just got dinged on our credit card. And remember, like, there was one a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, Megan, can you just cancel it? And you're like, oh, we missed it. It was a year. I'm like, oh, try to get a refund. Then I look, it's like costs us like $3 a month. So it wouldn't be like a giant saving. I just don't use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Fair answer.
There we go. Megan doesn't like my rant. She wants more concrete. Next time I'll be more specific. I'll just name things. I won't give my thoughts behind anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, Megan. Sorry to disappoint you this episode. I let you down. The rest of the day is gonna be rough now. I let you down, and by letting you down, I let the viewers down. So, look, if you still want to work with someone like me, and don't worry. You won't have to work with me. You get Megan and the team more than you get me. Then I strongly suggest you head on over to jportnoy.com and figure out how we can work together. Don't let my disappointment today in Megan and letting her down affect your decision to want to work with us. The team is incredible. Don't punish yourself for my I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Look, I think
you're just rambling.
I think everyone should want to work with us. That's that. We're at 27 minutes in, and I have to go do something. So thank you all. Head on over to jportnoy.com. Megan, as always, thank you.